Test. Ooh, we're live. Let's see if it working. Watch what you say now. uh, see if we're live. We might be good to go then. Kickoff. I didn't think I'd get it to work, but I did. Look, I just have a degree in history and psychology. This is a big accomplishment for. There was a lot of steps getting this on the air tonight.
It's a little pushed back, but like maybe like a 10-second delay, but they're not going to notice that.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Sweet. Yeah. I can put the headset on and we can get going. Whatever. I have
I'm
seen
gonna
the stats.
I'm gonna go down and get a drink.
Oh, sure.
And I've been up here for about an hour. I'll be right back.
Of course.
And good evening, football fans, Patriot fans. Welcome to Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium in Milton, Florida, off of Byram Street and Raymond Hobbs Street for tonight's contest. Your Pace Patriots versus the Milton Panthers, in-county rivalry, of course, coming from the 2022 season. Very hot for Pace High School football. Did really well with the very close, almost victory over Buchholz there in Gainesville. And so this is Wes Meese along with Brad Smith. How you doing, Brad?
Excellent. Glad to be back here in Milton for another broadcast game, and excited to see what tonight holds for both the Pace Patriots and the Milton Panthers.
All right, and so you couldn't ask for a better evening here as the sun is just setting over here in Milton, about 7 miles down the road from Norris Road. And so the Cardiac kids tonight at Pace High School, they are in that south end zone of Milton. And looks like they're getting ready to come out here. And I think the beauty of this game is it's finally, after a little over 2 weeks, you get to hit somebody from a different color as far as wearing a different uniform, and that's always nice.
And no shortage of motivation for either team tonight. Last season, in the second to last regular season game for the Pace Patriots and Milton Panthers, Pace came out with a wild 35-28 win over Milton in the Battle of the Bronze. An excellent game where Brandon Beckham forced the game-winning fumble on quarterback Emory Jones. And to be honest with you, I'm looking for another great game tonight. We will see Joey Galino, though, who was the starter in the spring game last week. Very solid, had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. Looks very solid just in case if Nick Simmons, for whatever reason, gets hurt or isn't able to play.
And of course, for folks back in that late fall game, the classic Milton Pace game, we were sitting right here. It was actually here at the Milton Home Stadium, and what an evening that was too. And so, of course, the Pace faithful have traveled well tonight, I would say, Brad, and they're over there on the away side, as well as the Milton faithful here too. Both teams definitely football towns. The sidewalks rolling up. It was neat and seeing some of the regular folks on both sides of the field tonight coming in to Hurley Manning Field.
No, it will definitely be interesting to see how Milton reacts with this game tonight. Obviously, not a regular season game, no implications on the standings or records. But with this said, Raymond Cantrell and Emory Williams, both seniors last season, both graduating. So it'll be interesting to see who plays a quarterback position for the Panthers. But they do have Brian Brown at the running back position. Drake Densman will be a senior this year, but they are losing Tyree Haynes, the senior running back. So it will be very interesting to see how Milton kind of reacts to all the different changes, similar to how Pace has with all of their departing seniors.
Absolutely, and so it looks like Pace will be at full power tonight. Simmons and will be at quarterback to start the game. Actually, the second half of the game, JB will start first, but it'll be interesting to see if Ben Tyner plays tonight. He didn't play last week in the kickoff classic or the red and white game. Not sure why, but the star running back, of course, the sophomore standout from last year, going to be a junior next year. Man, this whole Pace squad, they're very young all the way around, and so very promising season coming up for the Pace Patriots. So just about 25 seconds left to go here before the kickoff and before we have the teams line up. There won't be a kickoff in the spring game. Looks like the refs are going to put it on the 25-yard line. And I'm not sure who will be on offense first. I assume the Pace JV, the away team, will get the ball first, but we're going to see that in just a moment. But again, folks, for those of you that are tuning in, we'll start things off. It'll be, of course, the Pace Patriots and Milton Panthers, the JV squads will play to begin. And after that, of course, the varsity will come on. The Patriots are going to have the ball first. They come out to the line of scrimmage.
So here comes Nick Simmons in the offense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back in the backfield, Simmons going to hand it off to number 43, Amir Lee, on the carry. He'll get a modest gain of about 2 yards before being tackled.
So I guess we were wrong. We anticipated, I think we were, told maybe that was going to happen, that the JV was going to play first. But it looks like varsity out there, number 10, Nick Simmons, correct?
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we saw last week in the red, white, and blue game. Nick Simmons started, and they alternated between him and Galino on different offensive possessions. But here we go, starting out, one receiver to the left, two to the right. Amir Lee in the backfield, going to fake the handoff to Lee, going to run up the middle. Simmons going to make a nice cut to the left, and he's going to keep running down the sideline, down to the 40, before he gets trapped down at the 35-yard line of Milton. A huge run by Nick Simmons in just the second play of tonight's game.
Wow, Nick Simmons showing you why he was so dangerous last year, but a junior coming in to the upcoming season, what a big gain for him. They're going to say officially he was brought down at the 35-yard line of the Milton Panthers. The Patriots marching towards Raymond Hobbs Street, towards that north end zone, and so big first down for the Patriots.
Absolutely, huge run by Simmons, and we saw last year just one of the best running quarterbacks in the 4S District 1 Conference as they get set once again. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Strickenberger in the backfield with Lee. Simmons takes the snap, going to hand it off to Lee up the middle, going to make a nice cut to the left, going to make a couple jukes before he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
All right. So Amir Lee.
Patriots will get set back on offense, two to the right, one to the left. Simmons going to take the snap, going to fake the handoff to Lee, going to cut up to the left side before he's brought down at the first down marker at the 25-yard line of Milton. 4 plays, 4 runs, 2 huge first downs in just 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Of course, Kelly Gillis getting ready. He's the relatively new head coach for the Milton Panthers, getting ready for his second season at the helm as the Milton Panthers coach. He's, of course, been with the program for over 2 decades now, so he's definitely familiar with Milton. And, of course, Simmons is going to hand the ball around the left to Amir Lee. He's going to have a little bit of running room, going to pick up about 5. We'll call it 3rd down and 5 coming up. Chased out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
R.J. Cole with yet another tackle for this Milton defense. Already 2 on the night, back-to-back tackles, and he's going to be a big key for the Milton defense this upcoming season. So Patriots break the huddle. 1 receiver to the left and right. Simmons takes a snap, fakes it off to Lee. Going to run up the middle, going to make a couple more jukes, and will get stopped at about the they'll call it the 17-yard line.
Okay, Brad. I'm gonna say I think that we were fooled here. I think this is the JV that's starting off the game. Because if you look across this field, you can see the number 10 with the towel coming out of his pants there. Mm-hmm. I believe that's Nick Simmons over there. I think the JV quarterback is also number 10 by the name of Billy Dunn. And so based on my roster that Pace gave us, so Billy Dunn, I think this is the JV team right here.
Okay. Dunn going to take it up to the left side before he's tackled down, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 3 for the Patriots. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, still an impressive run by him. By Mr. Dunn.
Absolutely. If that is truly Billy Dunn, or for all we know, Joey Galino, excellent run by any of the 3 quarterbacks for Pace, as it looks like Dunn will get the call from the sideline, and it looks like Pace will go for it. Derwin Jones on the left. They have number 45, Tag Strickenberger, on the right. Going to take the snap, going to hand off to Amir Lee up the middle, but it looks like he's going to be short of the first down marker, and it looks like it will be turnover on downs for the Patriots.
Unfortunate for Pace, going for it on 4th down. I guess there's no kicking game at this point, but they're going to fall short of the first down. So we'll see what the Milton Panther JV team will have here with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of action, or first half, the JV half, and of course we'll have the varsity half. And so 0-0, 8 minutes and 10 seconds here on the clock.
Wilson will take the snap, going to hand it up the middle, and that will be a modest gain of about 2 yards. Excellent play by number 93, McLean Middleton, for the Patriots.
All right. Good stop by that classic Pace 50 defense. bring up second down and 10. Ball currently sitting on the Milton 19-yard line, we'll call it. Milton heading towards that south end zone, the baseball field. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap.
Ethan Diamond will take the snap, get handed, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Looks like it might have been a little bit of early movement. I'm not sure if it was the defense or the offense that jumped there. We'll see. False start on the offense. That's going to set them back. And so we'll take that any time that we can get. It's going to bring up second down and about 16 yards to go for the Milton Panthers. The ball officially spotted at about the 14-yard line. And so Panthers come out quickly. They have two receivers lined up to the left, one on the right. Here's the shotgun snap. Quarterback number 17, he's got no one to throw it to. He's going to tuck it and run around the left side. He's got a little bit of running room, and he's finally going to be tackled by a host of Patriots right at the 16-yard line. So a pickup of maybe 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up third down and about 13. Brad, 7:12 remaining here in the opening quarter.
And over the course of these last 2 games, we've talked a lot about Nick Simmons, Ben Tyner, Jackson Ward, Logan Handrick, Amir Lee, Tag Strickenberger, but we haven't talked about Zachary Widener a lot, number 8, star wide receiver and cornerback, who is on the bottom of the field right now as he is in coverage. Going to evade the sack, but not for long, as he is tackled by number 61, Jake Martin, with the sack for the Patriots. And that will be fourth down for the Panthers, and it looks like it will be Patriot ball once again. Still going to have relatively good field position after forcing the turnover on downs, as the offense will come back out once again. 6 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
The Patriots coming out with a fresh set of downs, and I'm pretty convinced this is the JV, but we shall see.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. They hand it up the middle to number 29, Kendon Caven on the run, going to get a nice gain of about 7 yards on the play.
The Pace JV, they've done a tremendous job moving the ball. They just couldn't capitalize on the fourth down and short there in the last drive.
Amir Lee in motion. Dunn will take the snap, going to hand it off up the middle to Strickenberger, and he will not get a lot on the play, but it may be enough for the first down. It looks like 3rd and inches, though.
Great. If you saw the right guard for the Pace Patriots, Elijah Shell, he pulled and had a nice hole open for the running back. It did stall, though, in the backfield, so second down and 12 for the Patriots. Ball currently sitting at the Milton Panther 45-yard line,
Strickenberger runs out to the right, trips left, going to put a man in motion, going to run it up the middle, is done, and he will get a nice gain of about 3 yards.
And typically, Brad, the spring games, no matter where you're playing football in the country, teams just trying to hit somebody else and be aggressive a little bit. They're not going to show a whole lot. Some might be expected to see maybe a pass play here on 3rd and long, but most likely that's not going to happen. But you never know.
Especially knowing Pace's offense. You're 100% right. As they come out with 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Dunn will mess up the snap. Going to recover, though. Going to throw it deep down the field. And he had a man open, but number 4, Derwin Jones, slipped. And it will result in incompletion and 4th down.
Wow. And actually, he had 2 receivers open that were over the top. And we just talked about how they weren't going to throw a pass, and they did. But that's okay. 4th down, and the Patriots will punt.
A little bit impressive of a play that was for done, even though it will result in fourth down, just because of the fact that he was able to make something out of nothing, able to find the open guy, and although the pass was a little low, still it's impressive to see in such an atmosphere like this in his first touch of major
I
competition.
would assume that Billy Dunn is a freshman that's going to be a sophomore next year, probably on JV, the JV quarterback. So potentially in 2 to 3 years, he could be the starting quarterback for Pace. And you got to think, I mean, if he's not a Simmons type or a run in the gun, what could be in store for Pace down the road with a more conventional passing quarterback? So Milton comes out with trips to the left. Three receivers, one line up on the right side, and shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to fake the handoff, go around the left side. It's got a little bit of running room, and he's finally going to be brought down by a host of Patriots around the 22-yard line, Brad.
Yeah, and Williams made an excellent juke right there to evade number 74 Jackson Hunn, but was eventually brought down by number 91 Mason Bishop.
4 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the opening quarter of action. No score from Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium. Here's the snap. Doubles, two receivers line on each side. The quarterback's going to hand it off to running back around the left side. Number 26 is going to finally be brought down at about the, we'll say, 26-yard line of Milton. Does he pick up the first down, Brad, or is it just short?
It looks close. It looks like they're going to call it third down on the play, third and about 2. Williams going to take the snap, going to hand it off to the left, and it will be nice, and it will be enough for a first down, but not before he's brought down by a host of Patriot defenders, namely number 53, Camden Lay.
And, of course, Brad, you're a student of the game. Definitely watch a lot of football. How often do you see a college team line up under center anymore?
Oh, man, not often. Not often. We're seeing it a lot tonight, which is very encouraging for the state of football between Pace and Milton. But, like I said, just not a lot in these Power 5 schools. As they hand it off once again to the right side, and he will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Will be a loss of 2 on the play. Will be second down and 12 for the Panthers.
All right, they're going to say they're going to back him up a couple yards. They're going to say the ball's officially spotted at the 33-yard line of Milton. Milton heading towards the baseball field in north end zone. No score. Watching JV play at this moment. And the sun is just starting to set over the horizon. Here's the snap. Doubles, two receivers lined up on each side. A pass across the middle, and it will be dropped by the receiver on the crossing route. And he's going to get up slowly. I don't have a number yet. It looks like number 11. And he's going to go back down again. And so hope that young man is okay. He took a shot, folks, going across the middle. He had a hold of the ball, but was unable to hold on to it after he got hit by a couple of Milton Pace defenders. Chucky Willis and company heading out to make sure that the young guy is all right. He's actually getting off the field on his own power. So play will not be stopped.
Like you said, big collision on the play, and that's just something you don't want to see this time May, even before the season hits August or September. Hope he's all good. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter, Milton third down and long, as they'll have 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, one in the backfield. Williams will take the snap, going to drop back, going to throw it deep down the field, and he has a man open, and he just overthrows him. And it will be fourth down for the Panthers. Had him wide open, who beat Derwin James on the straight post, but was just unable to connect.
Well, that was very impressive, Brad. I don't know who number 9 is for Milton on the JV squad, but he looks almost like a man among boys out there, and he definitely had a step on the cornerback for the Pace Patriots. That's going to bring up fourth down. Milton will punt. That was fourth down. It's going to bring up fourth down, and Milton will punt, which will give Pace the ball. We're not punting tonight, folks. In the spring game, we're doing an automatic referee punt, if you will. So we will flip the field, and the Pace Patriots will take the ball at their own 35-yard line with 1 minute and 58 seconds left here in the first opening quarter of JV play. And speaking of punts and kickoffs, have you watched any of the XFL?
To be completely honest, I haven't, and I know it's a little disappointing to hear for the viewers at home. But congratulations to the DC Defenders for winning the XFL championship.
Have you noticed on their kickoffs though how they don't no one runs until the ball's caught? Have you seen that?
I have, and that's something that they've been thinking about in college and the NFL to protect players from CTE and brain injuries, traumatic experiences, which I think is a very good idea, especially at the high school level.
Yeah, I mean, and so and also when you do score a touchdown, do you like the XFL's new concept of the 1, 2, and 3 point plays?
It's interesting for sure, and it does add a new dynamic to the game because instead of being down by 9 points with a minute left in the game and it being a 2 possession game, you have a chance to tie it with a touchdown and a 3 point conversion. So it definitely adds a new dimension to the game, especially in late game situations. Is it something that we'll see in the NFL? Knowing Roger Goodell, probably not, but they could definitely implement it in high school and college, and that may eventually trickle into the NFL.
Well, the one thing that I couldn't tell is if in the XFL, I didn't watch enough XFL. Is there a kicking option for an extra point, or is that just for 3 points?
It's actually no kicking. It's just more so of a different yardage.
Oh.
As
Right.
Dunn
Mace is
will
gonna
take
come
the
out.
snap, and he's going to hand it off to number 4, Amir Lee on the carry, who will get about a gain of 5 yards. A little bit of tussle going down as Gavin Bush gets tight with number 56 of Milton.
And there's a flag on the play, and so it's going to be, it looks like holding against the Pace Patriots. That's going to push Pace back. And Coach Smith, definitely you can see he's hot over there. Just called a timeout and put this play together. And so the opening play of this drive will be pushed back. And so that's actually, I'm not sure if that was the holding. That was unnecessary roughness, the 15-yard penalty. So that's going to be first down now 25. Wow.
First down and 25. At the 25-yard line for Pace, they will need to get to the 45-yard line to claim a first down.
I guess it's being a rivalry game. Tempers do tend to get the best of people sometimes, but that's not something you really need.
Dunn will take the snap, going to hand it off. Fake it to Amir Lee, going to run up the middle. Will get to about the 30-yard line of a gain of 5.
They're going to say officially second down and 16 for the Pace Patriots. Pace, of course, marching towards Raymond Hobbs Street, that north end zone. No score. If you're looking at the scoreboard on your screen, it's true that no one scored yet here in the opening quarter of play here at Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium.
Dunn looks over to the sideline and get the play, and he will break the huddle with the Patriots. Clock clicking down at about just 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Dunn will put Lee in motion, going to fake the handoff to Strigenberger, going to run up the middle and get a gain of about 3 yards.
Of course, Dunn had that opening drive that was about 35-yard scamper, and that was a huge run for him, and of course probably boosted his confidence going into the game. So third down, what do you do? Last time that Pace faced a third and plus 10 situation, they threw the ball. It was a botched snap, but nice poise by Dunn. Do you anticipate, Brad, another pass here by the Pace Patriots?
With the clock ticking down, I don't expect them to throw the ball game. I expect them to just run it and let the clock wind down. But we will see they have a receiver to the left and right, tight end in slot on the right side. Amir Lear in the backfield, and the play is called off right as Dunn gets the snap.
Looks like there's going to be a dead ball foul against the Pace Patriots.
Looks like a false start on the offense. That'll move Pace back 5 yards, setting up for an even longer third down. 19.2 seconds left in the first quarter.
Maybe you just run the ball here and then punt it to play the game of field possession.
All right, Dunn will take the snap. Going to have Lee and Strigenberger in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Amir Lee. Lee will stumble a little bit. Going to make a couple of evades, couple defenders, and we'll get to about the 32-yard line.
So 8, 7, 6 seconds. Not sure if the JV will get a second quarter or they'll rotate the varsity, and we'll find out in a moment. Pace High School electing tonight to come out with red helmets, no P. on the helmets with white tops and blue bottoms, and the Milton Panthers, the home team, coming out tonight with the traditional black helmet with the M on it for most of the helmets, and of course the black on top, black bottoms with gold letters. And so that will end the first quarter of play here. No score at Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for quarter number 2, and we'll see what Coach Smith and Coach Gillis have cooked up to see who's going to play next. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And we're back here for quarter number 2, and it looks to be that it's the same offense and defense. I could be wrong. We were wrong earlier tonight. So Milton, of course, coming out at the 35-yard line. They're going to take the snap. Number 12 hands the ball off, and it's number 20, the running back for Milton High School. I don't have a roster for Milton, but number 20 will be tackled at about the 36-yard line, if I can get it right tonight. And 11 minutes, we just started the second quarter of action. Does that look like varsity to you, or does it look like JV from this vantage point?
It's tough to tell, but it does look like it could be varsity. I think it may be Ethan Diamond out there for the Panthers. As they come out in 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Diamond will take the snap, get handed off once again. We'll get a bruising run by number 20, and it will be at about the 42-yard line.
Of course, if it was the Patriot first-string defense, you'd see Tylon Lee out there. I don't see number 6 anywhere, so I would assume that's probably still the JV squad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Milton facing a 3rd down and 3 situation from their own 41-yard line. Number 12, the quarterback for Milton, shotgun formation. 2 receivers line up on the right, 1 on the left. He's going to catch the snap, and he's going to hand it off to the running back behind him, number 40. And he will, if he got back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like he may have lost a yard. They're going to say he did. The ball will be backed up to the 40-yard line of the Milton Panthers. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 or so. We'll call it with 10 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the second quarter of action. Looks like JV still on the field, so we'll have a half of JV, it looks like, and a half of varsity play tonight. And so Kelly Gillis, the head coach of the Milton Panthers, thinks better of it, and he's going to ask for the referee automatic punt here in the spring game. So we'll flip the field around, and it looks like the Pace High School JV will come out and see if they can put some points on the board. No score yet tonight. Surprising, or what do you think about that, Brad?
A little bit. A little surprising, but I feel like once Simmons and the offense does get going, I feel like we will see some points on the scoreboard. But we did just get something from our sources downstairs. Number 12 for the Panthers, quarterback Harrison Stewart, the junior, 6 foot, 160 pounds, is officially in for the Panthers, was on that last drive. But 3 straight runs by number 20, Caden Barnes, was the extent of the drive. So hopefully we'll see him on the Panthers' next drive. But as of right now, looks like Dunn will remain in the game. Looks like he'll take the snap, going to fake it. And excuse me, that is actually Joey Galino who is in the game, who hands it off to number 11. Excuse me, not number 11, number 44, Tag Strickenberger on the carry, which will be about a gain of 5 to the 30-yard line, 2nd and 5 upcoming.
All right. Looks like Galino is probably going to be the number 2 guy at the quarterback spot this year, based on what we saw in the red and white game last week. And so far tonight, the JV quarterback played the first quarter. Galino with the snap here.
Going to fake the handoff to Strickenberger, going to run up to the left side before he is tackled by number 10, Ricky Lewis, by the Panthers. Excellent tackle by Lewis right there, being able to wrap Galino and take him down to the ground.
right, nice tackle by the Panthers. That's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it 3 for Pace. Ball at the 32-yard line.
And as we talked about last week in the red, white, and blue game, Galeno is a very different type of quarterback with a different play style than Nick Simmons. Nick Simmons, obviously that running gun type quarterback, but Galeno has that big arm, can really run a spread or a West Coast type offense. Third down, going to take the snap, going to hand it off to Strickenberger. Strickenberger going to make a couple men miss and going to run down the field past the 50 to the 40 to the 30 to the 20. Will they catch him? To the 10, 5, touchdown Patriots. Tag Strickenberger with the biggest play of the night, a 65-yard touchdown run. And Pace has their first points on the board.
Wow, what a run by Strickenberger. That's pretty impressive. And he definitely, the youngster, excited about that for sure. And just a matter of time. He's been hitting it all night.
Absolutely. And we saw just last week, had the 2-yard touchdown run as the only points of Galeno's offense and obviously the explosiveness. He is one of the big running backs on this Pace roster, but he has that speed and he has that elusiveness to get by defenders and blow by them on his way to the end zone.
Absolutely. So it looks like the Pace Patriots will elect to go for the 2-point conversion. So Galeno breaks the huddle.
Galeno in the backfield with Strickenberger, receivers to the left and right. Going to fake it to Strickenberger, going to run up the middle, and it looks like he will get it for the 2-point conversion.
All right, that's going to make it 8-0, and we finally have a score here. Now I might as well go ahead and update the scoreboard, right?
Yeah, of course.
Knock it up to 8 points for the Pace Patriots, 8-0. So 8-19 here in the second quarter. Pace 8 and Milton nothing. I wonder if they'll combine the scores from the two halves, or if they'll have a JV score officially and a varsity score. It varies that I've seen from year to year, depending on if Milton plays Pace or Gulf Breeze or Navarre in the kickoff classic. And so here comes Milton now with possibly an answer. They're going to start things off, of course, 25-yard line, heading towards that north end zone.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stewart will take the snap, going to hand it off to Barnes before he is wrapped down by a ferocious play by number 90, Julius Pearson.
Pearson grabbed him by the back of the shoulder pads and didn't let him go. That's going to be a big loss. Second down, and we'll call it 6 for the Milton Panthers. Milton's offense not been able to get anything running tonight on JV offense so far. They haven't found the answer to this Pace Patriot defense. Let's bring up second down again in about 16.
Barnes in the backfield with Stewart. 1 to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Gonna take the snap, gonna fake play action, and it is intercepted by the Patriots by number 30, Kendall Caven, and he's gonna take it into the end zone for a pick 6.
Wow. Milton tried to go for the pass play, and easy pick 6 for the Pace Patriots, and just like that, the Cardiac kids from Norris Road have struck again. Wow, what a turn of events, Brad.
Oh my goodness, and that's something we didn't see all season long. A defensive play taken to the end zone. What a play by Kendall Caven, able to read the eyes of Stewart on the play as he was progressing through his reads, able to be in the right place at the right time, and make the play for 6 as the Pace offense will be back on the field for their second 2-point attempt.
It could be a 16-0 game here in the second quarter. I bet the quarterback for Milton definitely would like to have that one back.
Oh, absolutely. You can only imagine what's going through his head, but
well,
as they say, today's game doesn't affect the standings whatsoever. As Galeno does break the huddle, we'll have Amir Lee in the backfield. We'll hand it off to Lee. Lee will run and will be stopped short of the goal line, just about a half yard short, and it looks like the score will remain 14-0 Pace.
Again, but it doesn't mean anything for the rankings, the playoffs. But for these kids on the field, this means everything. This is what they've grown up thinking about, was the Milton Pace game, and now it's here. Even the short form here with the spring game, but it does mean a lot. And of course, I mean, could you imagine if like Auburn and Alabama played the spring game every year, or Florida State? It'd be a riot.
Oh man, it would be extremely violent between those two teams. So you can only imagine how much it means to these kids, like you said.
All right, so 14-0. And if you look at your screen, it says visitors. That's the Milton Panthers. We had a technical error setting it up today, but they were actually at Milton. Here's the snap. And Milton's quarterback's going to throw it to his left to receiver on the bubble screen, and he's going to advance forward a few yards. Finally be pulled out of bounds, number 24 for the Milton Panthers. They're going to say he made it to approximately the 30-yard line from the 25 yards. A gain of 5 there on the play. 7:16 left here in the second quarter. 14-0. Pace on top. And so a little bit of movement, positive play on the bubble screen there on the outside. Milton comes out with 4 receivers, 2 lined up on each side, shotgun formation, running back to the left. Quarterback's going to hand it off to running back number 30. He's going to power forward, but the defensive line just too much for him to handle, and he'll actually they're going to give him forward progress, though. They're going to say he gained 2 yards on the play and was finally brought down to 32-yard line of the Panthers. They're still on the north side of the field. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 unofficially. 6:33 left here in the second quarter of action, Brad.
And Wes, it looks like Coach Kelly Gillis did make a change to the Milton offense, took quarterback Harrison Stewart out, and it looks like they're putting quarterback Braden Faust, this 5'8", 136-pound junior, in for the remainder of the second quarter.
Flag on the play. Looks like it may have been a false start against the Panthers. We'll see what the referee says. No, it's against the Patriots. It must be offsides against the Patriots. That'll be an automatic first down for the Panthers if it's true. Not seeing the sticks move, though. You make any sense of that, Brad?
So far, it just looks like the referees continue their huddle. Clock is stopped, though, at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And it looks like it was offsides on the Patriot defense. Will move up 5 yards for the Milton offense. 3rd down still.
Yeah, the sticks haven't moved yet. That is a first down. It's going to be a timeout, an equipment timeout. We'd like to thank all of our fans for tuning in tonight and listening to the spring game here. And at Haywood Hannah, wherever you are, we have a chat section. If you're around the world, especially our men and women in uniform that would love to be here tonight serving our country. If you let us know where you're watching from, we typically have folks from all over the world, Pace fans listening in, and alumni. And speaking of alumni, Brad, after tomorrow, congratulations, you'll be an alumni of Pace High School. So how does that feel?
Oh, man, it feels weird for sure. But these last 4 years, they've meant a lot. Being named Pace Setter has been the greatest honor I could have imagined to cap off my high school career. And broadcasting these games, definitely one of the highlights, and it will be missed for sure. But I'll make sure to come back and join you in the broadcast booth every now and then.
Yeah. So you'll be you can shift over to alumni status as the Panthers will get shotgun formation. They're going to go trips right on the formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to hand the ball off around the left side. A little running room for the running back, and he'll be tackled at about the 40-yard line by number 32 for the Pace Patriots. That's going to be Riley Baker, and Baker, of course, stopped that from becoming bigger than it could have been. And so 2nd down, we'll call it. It's going to be 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Milton Panthers. They're at their own 40-yard line. 5:53 left. Score 14-0. Pace on top in the second quarter. Same formation for Milton. They're not changing anything. They go for the snap.
Faust going to take the bad snap, going to run it up the right side, and he will be brought down in an awkward angle by number 53, Camden Light. Looked like it may have been a horse collar, but the refs will not call it. 5 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second.
Wow, you can see the Milton coaching staff yelling at the refs for that. It looked like a horse collar from here.
It did, and it means a lot whenever we see that coming from 2 diehard Pace Patriot fans and alumni. But regardless, it will not be called. We'll bring up third down for the Panthers. Two receivers will line up to the left, two receivers to the right. Running back in the backfield with Faust. Faust will take the snap. Can be a blitz by the Patriot defense. Going to throw it in the flats. Going to be caught. Going to make a man miss. And it will be close to the first down marker. And it looks like it will be at the first down marker.
Yeah, nice play and good coaching on the Milton side. They noticed a trend by Pace. Pace was walking up the weak side linebacker and rushing there from that position. And with that, they were able to capitalize on that play. It looks like they will get the first down, Brad, as you said. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line of Milton. Milton heading towards that south end zone, Bo Singletary Field.
Single high safety set by the Patriots. Three cornerbacks up. Camden Lay at the middle of the field. Fowle's going to take another bad snap. Just going to have to dive on it and run up the middle before he is brought down by number 55 and number 56, Chad Melville and Nathan Rappa, respectfully.
All right, it's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Patriots. 3:52 remaining here in the second quarter of action. And it's been a very entertaining JV half so far.
So far, that first quarter was a little slow-paced, as we both can say it with honest admissions, but that second quarter so far has been plenty of fireworks thus far. As Faust will be in the backfield once again. Going to take the snap, going to hand it off quickly. The number 20, Caden Barnes, will run up the middle. Will get past the 50, and will continue the rumble, tumble, and stumble down to the 45-yard line.
Well, Caden Barnes, watching him tonight carry a lot of the workload for the Panthers, definitely looks like a very stocky, powerful running back. Definitely expect to see big things out of him for the Panthers in years to come. So Milton comes out again, double set, two receivers lined up on each side, shotgun formation. They're wanting to score before the quarter is out, definitely. Here's the snap, and we're going to hand it off to number 22, the running back. No, quarterback's going to keep it, and fooled everybody there, but he's not going to fool the Pace defensive line, as he will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to say he lost 2 yards in the play, which will bring up Brad fourth down and about 4 or 3 for, we'll call it 3 for the Milton Panthers. Do you go for it here if you're Milton, or do you punt the ball down the road?
Tough to call, but you really have nothing to lose. Down by 2 touchdowns right now. Just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. But I will say an excellent play by Camden Lay on that last play, making the read on the read option, being able to take the quarterback and hit him hard for that loss. As 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, Faust in the backfield, and a flag is thrown right as he takes the snap, and it looks like it will be a false start on the Panthers. Now, in this case, I would definitely punt the ball, being 5 yards setback.
Yeah, that was clear, the offsides there, so we'll see. It depends on a few things, if whether or not this is going to be it for we'll consider this a game, if you will, half, and then the slate is clean for the second half against the varsity. But it looks like Milton will think better of it for whatever reason and punt the ball down the road, which will give Pace a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes left here, folks, 2:02 officially in the second quarter of action. And so Brad, if you're Pace, do you try to put one more on the board there?
With how well Joey Galino led that offense, I would say absolutely, 100%. And worst comes to worst, you turn the ball over and Milton gets a couple points on the board. Regardless, you're still in the lead and you have your varsity coming on against Milton's varsity. I think this is just another excellent opportunity for Galino to get his time under the Thursday night lights. As he breaks the huddle, we'll have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Have Lee in the backfield going to hand it off to Lee before he is tackled by a host of Milton defenders, namely number 20, Caden Barnes, on the defensive side as well as the offensive side.
Well, I'll tell you, the way this is this JV half is going, you might have to come down from Troy and watch this game this year. It's a good game.
Oh, man, I know. And The second to last game of the regular season for the Patriots, Battle of the Bronze. We'll see if Pace can defend
It'll be at
the
home.
trophy. Absolutely. So Glennon will take the snap, going to hand off and end around to Amir Lee, going to get to the right sideline, and will keep rumbling down the sideline. A great run. And excuse me, that was number 22, Jaquavian Moore.
There's a flag on the play, though. Big gain for Moore, but could be a block in the back, and that's usually where that flag is going to fall. We'll see what happens. It might be all for nothing from the spot of the foul.
Third down and long for the Patriots. They need to get to the